Hello.
Hello.
We have a guest.
What's up, fellas?
We were just talking about the Apple River.
Ah, the lovely Apple River.
The Grammys.
Oh, yeah,
that's my apologies. I was watching the Grammys and I realized I owe you guys a phone call.
Yeah.
So I'm an idiot.
Hey,
no, see, that is perfectly apropos for this show. Absolutely perfect.
So our guest is Edgar, our fearless instructor, the guy that could have stopped Radio Exposed.
I don't know about that.
You could have stopped Radio Exposed at any time, and you didn't. And now the world will pay.
Well, I figure after being stuck over there for a while, you guys were keeping me entertained, so why stop it?
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for letting us keep going. And you taught us. Everything we do, you taught us.
Oh, I don't know if that's a compliment or to be scared about that right now that I'm unemployed.
So tell the masses what you've been doing. Like you started off at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting as a student.
Right.
Now go on from there.
Well, I started over there, did Spanish radio for a couple years, and then decided to move. So I moved to Vermont, of all places. Spent 2 years in Vermont. Did some more radio up there. And my story is pretty boring.
You had a good run in Sheboygan.
Wisconsin. Oh, Wisconsin, that was brutal, being stuck with Packer fans for 5 years. So I'm kind of glad I'm not there now.
You enjoyed yourself.
Well, I mean, radio jobs are always fun, but when you're stuck with Packer fans, let's be honest, Packer fans aren't the brightest of people. So hopefully I'm not offending anybody over there. So,
Well, I apparently am a newfound Packer fan, but let's not go into a third week of that. I've had some issues. Yeah.
Well, this has been a bad year for Bear fans, too, because they're not so bright either. So.
Okay, at least we now have clarity. So, so what do you think of the Grammys so far? You've been doing radio stuff. You've been to odd shows and stuff. What do you think so far?
I think they're getting pretty lame when there's 1,000,001 performances in an hour, and so far we've seen 2 awards given in an hour. I think it's they go overboard, that's for sure.
I don't know what award that first one was. How is Sade and the cast of Glee in a category?
That was Best Female Pop Group, I believe it was. Or pop song, or something. I don't know. It was ridiculous.
But Train won.
Okay, so then it wasn't female. It was best pop song then.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Grammys. I tried, and Aretha Franklin had her head photoshopped on somebody else's body, I think, and then Christina Aguilera looked like a clown cartoon version of old Christina Aguilera. So I don't know.
Like the cartoon drawings you get at Great America on T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah,
those over-exaggerated ones.
She looked a little like Francine from American Dad too.
Yes, I could see that.
She looks like a caricature. At the Super Bowl, I was like, "What's with her face? Her face looks like it's like I don't know, maybe early stages of Joan Rivers."
I think Christina's 28, and Joan Rivers is in her 70s.
Exactly. I mean, she's really letting the facial reconstruction set in early.
Too funny.
It's not pretty. But like Edgar says, good times, right?
Good times all the time, that's for sure.
All right, so tell us how you do the teaching. Like you got students.
I get students all want to be radio, and I explain them things. I teach them radio. It's it's interesting. That's for sure. I mean, you guys have been through there before, so you get all sorts of kids. People that really want to be into it, and other people that are just there to be there. Like you guys are dedicated.
With the money, I don't get how people were just there to be there.
Well, I mean, especially now, since you guys have been there, and I don't know if you guys have noted like how much tuition is now compared to what it was when you guys were students there. But you're talking about close to $16,000.
Ooh.
Wow.
You're talking $16,000, and you got people there. I mean, I guess that's with any school really that are just there to have fun versus actually learn something. I just can't fathom spending all that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
Now,
if you really think about it, look at any four-year college and the money that costs, and you've still got that percentage of people that just don't care, and they're there for whatever, they're there for the experience or whatever the deal is, and they'll piss away a year, no problem.
Well, it's not like the Illinois Center for Broadcasting has wicked frat parties.
That is true. So I don't know what exactly.
I mean, if you spend $60,000, you could spend 2 or 3 years at UIC and at least have some good times down in the city.
That is true.
All Illinois Center for Broadcasting has is sales, and I guess I have not seen the downtown campus yet. How's that?
The downtown campus is pretty nice. They did a phenomenal. Even the newer they're on their third campus in Lombard, and that campus actually they did themselves well getting all that stuff. That's for sure. You guys would be shocked compared to what you guys had at your campus.
Well, here's where I was shocked. There's a poster on Metro trains for come to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. You can be a broadcaster guy, and the girl on it is hot. That's what caught my attention. But the studio equipment looked brand new.
Oh, they got new equipment. That's for sure.
Well, good. Good for them.
They went all out. They definitely taking their things more serious, which is a great, like you said, it's a good thing. So
now, are the students taking it more serious too?
I think it's still the same ratio. I think you could tell who's paying out of their own pocket and who has mom and dad paying for. That's for sure. I mean, it's very similar to what you guys went through. You have your handful of people. I know you don't have a handful that don't belong in there. That's for sure. They definitely have higher requisites to get in, which is needed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But
Go ahead.
What's that?
You go ahead.
I was saying, all in all, ultimately, it's it makes sense to go there versus going for 4 years of school. I still think that, but everyone goes their different ways.
Now, I just over the past couple of years, we've had people at our radio, the radio stations I work at, that have come from the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I know a lot of friends that are around a lot of different places, and it almost seems like the ones that are bad, that are getting the jobs, are going above and beyond, embarrassing themselves. But the good ones are getting really good, though. So I don't know if that's a testament to your teaching ability.
I don't know about my ability in anything, but I think that's just it's all on the person. It's all on what you get what you put into it. Like obviously, you want to make it, you'll do whatever it takes to make it in the business in some which any shape, way, or form. But I think it all just really takes you wanting it. That's more than anything.
All right. Now, how compare our class? I think looking, I've talked to some of our other instructors, and our class seemed to be pretty fun. Like some people, has there been other classes that were kind of like that?
I think you guys are definitely unique. Your class, I mean, it was one of the few classes I think where everyone actually got along. You had a couple. Obviously, every class has a couple people that can't stand somebody, but all percentages, I think everybody kind of got along and everyone worked together really when you worked in groups. Then the other classes, even when I was a student there years ago, it was like you have half the people that want to help other people, the other half just could care less. Mm-hmm. So I think you guys are definitely unique and made things fun and interesting.
Yeah, I
Radio
said
Exposed.
Oh yeah, the Radio Exposed thing. I've had to explain how that got going several times. Now, I did an interview earlier today with WZRD at Northeastern University or Northeastern Illinois University, and every time I try to explain it, I'm like, really, that's how it happened.
It was very unique, too, because everybody wanted to be a part of it somehow. You guys, every time you guys were on the air, somebody wanted to be part of Radio Expo, either guest host or affiliate host. I mean, everybody wanted in somehow.
Yeah,
I think that would make it different and unique from all the other shows that were going on at the school at the time.
Yeah, we get a knock on the door, like, hey, can I come in? Sure, yeah, come on in.
So I think that definitely
Flashback
stands
now
out
to
too.
Carson's show.
Oh, I forgot about him. Kind of.
I didn't.
All right.
Somewhere he's crying for no reason.
One of the things that I was remembering was when last time we talked about the Apple River on Radio Exposed. You were the Saturday instructor person that was there kind of handling things. And then you came in during our commercial break like, do you go to Float Right? Yeah. But do you?
I love that place.
And I was also telling the masses before you called in when I'm returning the tubes, and I hear, hey, Tinky. I'm like, nope, nobody here knows me as Tinky. So that's got to be somebody else. And I turn around, yeah, there's Edgar.
Yep, I have my best trunk moments at the Apple River. That's for sure.
Yeah, later in the show when we get into it, I'm going to reveal some of my embarrassing, dumb things. Like, oh, I've done some dumb, horrible, embarrassing,
good times,
awful,
that's for sure.
Yeah, some real drunk moments.
I can't believe.
Oh,
no,
I've got a black eye.
Doesn't make sense.
I've got a black eye from a can of beer being thrown at my face while on the river. So that's why
I woke up bleeding and shirtless.
Oh.
While on the river.
I had a buddy dislocate his shoulder twice, same weekend, on the river. So that was a good time.
Never had that. We've had several people lose their shoes and had to make that shallow walk across the sharp rocks back to the.
Which hurts. That is painful. I've done that.
Oh, it is not pretty. Not good times.
That's why you have to buy the swim shoes.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's a couple people that have made that mistake, and the next time they're like, yeah, I bought shoes and I duct taped them to my feet. These aren't going anywhere.
Never thought about duct taping them, but that's a good option for next time that I go.
Well, some of the things I've done down the river, too, that I'll get into, I dressed like a pirate one year, and I was like the pirate tuber.
Nice.
I posted pictures of that on Facebook. So I had the full-on boots. That was fun. I wasn't going to lose those. Let's see. So what other...
Captain Morgan.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Captain Morgan stance.
Yeah, we were at the middle sandbar by the like in the middle of the river, and we were there for like 2 hours just taking pictures with people. We're like, hey, pirate guy, over here.
Nice. Very nice.
So, what do you
Gotta
remember?
love it. It's a short drive, too.
What do you remember as Tinky and Louie as students? Do you remember like any of our class stuff?
I remember you guys just having fun. You guys made fun out of every project you guys had to do. From if it was TV news to your radio show. I remember you guys just having a good time, making the best of the situation there.
I remember
what you need to do.
The first day. You were at the podium and you're like, all right, here's how we do the school thing. And I'm looking around. I don't know any of these people. And I'm like, okay, who's gonna do I got to correct the first joke? Is it gonna be me? Is it gonna be me? I'm looking around. Yeah, it's got to be me. Like you were rocking back and forth, and I knew I had to make fun of that.
Yeah, I rock when I talk. That's for sure.
You said good times like 8 times. Allison said in a nutshell like 8 times. So I'm like, okay, Edgar's the good times guy. Allison says in a nutshell. All right, I wrote all this down. I'm pretty sure I busted Patrick's chops a lot too.
Yeah, I would say we did.
I believe I brought in a call-in note. Like you know how he said for an excused absence you have to bring a note. And except if it's an act of God. And I remember bringing in a note from God. And like, here, it's for me missing that day with the snowstorm. It's like, well, thank you, Bob.
Funny. That is funny. Patrick now in charge of both the schools.
Yeah, I heard. I'm still shocked about the whole Chicago thing. How many students do they have there? Like, how many? Is it the same amount of classes but with 2 schools, or do they just kind of spread that out a little
I don't know about the downtown campus. I've only been there once, but I know they have a lot more school here for sure.
All right.
In Lombard, they have like 3 or 4 going at the moment. I'm gonna tell you, the place is huge. They got 6 classrooms, like 3 TV studios.
Wow.
Like 18 radio studios. So yeah, they definitely got space. They definitely got space now.
How many live studios?
Let's see. You got the Sports Town one, then you have the music one. So 3 total ones.
Wow. We could have definitely caused some havoc there. And they got like a program. We could have caused a lot of havoc with that. Do they have program directors too?
For sure.
Like, you can't just sign up for studio hours?
It's very similar to how they were running hip-hop behind it when that was existed.
Okay.
But, the sports show, obviously, the sports internet one is obviously just sports talk. And then you got your music one. It's The Edge still. And then they have a jams, which is like independent hip-hop. And, I think they could be independent anything, to be honest with you, on that station.
All right.
So,
yeah, I remember when we brought our show to the hip-hop thing, we're like, okay, we're going to do the same exact radio exposed thing, except we're just going to play rap music now. So we probably do the same thing with the sports show.
Yep, yeah, that would work. It would probably work there. But, it's funny, because it's been a couple of years since I last taught there, and I'm teaching there again, and very first day, it's producing radio commercials, and I start looking over the handouts or with the actual scripts, and it's the same exact scripts that we used back when I was a student, back when you guys were students. I mean, they haven't changed that part, which I thought was pretty funny. I mean, Big Apple Bagels was still out there.
I was just about to say, Big Apple Bagels, yeah.
Hilarious.
So, yeah, those scripts are still the same, which cracks me up. So, like, some things never change, that's for sure.
We actually have a project that we back in 2003 when we did Radio Exposed. We played this commercial. We kind of fit it into the to the spots. I kind of edited some of the real commercials that we had and then threw this in. It was an assignment that we did. I forgot exactly what it was called, but you had to like create a 60-second commercial from scratch.
Okay.
Write it, produce it, and then play it, and you got graded for it. So I'll play this for you now. This is I know the listeners have heard it several times.
This is a good one.
All right, where is it? There it is.
Would you like to visit the Great Wall of China? Take in the sights of Hong Kong? Or maybe watch a Blue Jays game up in Toronto, but worried about acquiring a deadly virus? Then you need SARS-Guard. A recent breakthrough in antiviral technology has allowed Norton to create a 100% foolproof method of stopping SARS dead in its tracks. Special Kevlar fibers and sterile cotton form a barrier that allows you to breathe normally while protecting you from outside substance that you don't want in your body. 100% proven in stopping SARS, the flu, anthrax, the cold virus, bullets, and Ebola. It is comfortable, and it comes in many different colors and styles. Be patriotic with the Old Glory mask. Support our troops with our fatigues mask. Or get behind your favorite sports team with team colors and logo. Only $29.95. Order now at SARSGuard.com or call now at 1-800-545-GUARD. 1-800-545-GARD. Protect yourself with SARSGuard, and you won't be sorry.
Now that was
well done.
That was during the epidemic too.
I don't even remember that, but that is funny stuff.
Yeah, I remember doing it, and then we had Fireball Dave do the voice work for it, and then I turned it in, and we listened to it, and like some people had their mouth like covered with their hand, like, oh my god, he's making fun of SARS.
How dare you make fun of SARS in this day?
No,
that's funny.
The only thing I wish I still had was a mini disc player, because we have some gems that I've recorded that I'm like, I can't play this right now because I don't have it.
Too funny. Well, we got to get you a mini disc player so you can get them on digital here.
Yes, and I can play them to the masses. Edgar?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem. You guys have fun.
Yeah, you get back to the Grammys
Thanks a lot, Edgar.
let us know what's up.